Morning, Steve. How are you doing? Just getting all the streams up and running. With you in just a second. Here we go. And away we go. How's my morning going? It's slow going at the moment. There's not really anything moving. So I've just been doing a few other things. Nice cup of tea. Next, fourth. Okay. And away we go. Hey, Fuzzy. Good to see you. Hi, guys. What are you watching? Are you watching anything today? Will you be watching anything today? Is the market going to be bullish? Is it going to be bearish? That's a good question for you. Let's see, what can I do? Yeah. Good. Good to see that you're managing to make a profit. And I was a little bit late to the party by the time it started to pull back by the time I got here, so I'm able to trade from kind of 7:30, so it had already gone up here. I could probably potentially got this move up, but I didn't. So it was already here when I started. So I didn't trade that this morning. I did look at it. I didn't trade it. It's pulling back now. It's below the VWAP. So yeah. DraftKings sold off hard. Afternoon, Alistair. Hoodie is mental still. I mean, it's held a lot of those gains, so it's now $91, but just be careful with it. I mean, I traded it with small size after hours yesterday. After I finished the power hour stream, I thought, okay, I'll give it a little go. Just I didn't want to risk too much because, quite frankly, it's a monster. A bit like HKD, actually. HKD hit the scanners a little while ago, so that's moving up as well. So HKD was a monster a few weeks ago. and well, a couple of months ago, back in August, beginning of August, and it just reminded me that the action on Huadi yesterday was very reminiscent of AMTD. That's what I thought, at least, anyway. Now, AMTD over the course of 5 days went up to like 2,600 from like $13. Not saying Huadi's going to do that. It'd be nice if it did, but hey, what are we going to do? All right, guys, make sure you tap that screen. Give the screen 10 taps. Hit that thumbs up button on YouTube if you haven't already. And we'll watch for something moving up. So we've got Duo moving up. It's a lower price stock, but it's moving up. This is FangD Network Group. Fang double D, whatever. And it's moving up at 140s, 140s. Reasonable relative volume there. HKD began moving up. Virex. And oh, that sold off hard. So Virex is down at 180s. It's under $2 again. So it just didn't sustain. A good pre-market session yesterday, then just choppy sideways after the pre-market, and then it's not sustained. It's just sold off heavy. Let's have a look. So I'll get rid of all these lines. This is Digital Brands Group. Probably not worth taking even a punt on that. It's not really doing anything. Yeah, so the Chinese stocks are rallying. So they're up, but they don't look to be holding. Baba, for example, look at this on the 15. It gapped up and just sideways. We've got Billy, same kind of pattern. A Pinduo, Neo, all gapped up, but some of them were they're not showing any bullish momentum. They've gapped up, but then just sideways. So, Steve, we might see something. We might see a sell-off. We might see a rally. It needs to decide which direction it's going in. That's what I'm saying about the Chinese market, or the Chinese stocks. I'm not particularly enamored with them at the moment. Virex trying to make a bounce here. This went down to 175. Found a bit of support at the $0.75 level. Trying to make a bounce. Still under the VWAP, but like, if you rode this up yesterday, could be worth watching. Another one of the big movers this morning is BioAtla. But again, this is very choppy. It moved up huge amounts, as you can see. but now it's just downwards trending, but it's sideways as well, choppy. And we've got Centage, not too bad. We'll see. No point taking a trade if it's not screaming out A+. Just be patient. Fubo TV, let's have a look. They had earnings this morning, so let's have a look at what the price action is saying. No, you can't try that. Just that's the definition of chop. Bertie Burner. So you see at the bottom of the screen there, I've got two scanners here. I've got a gap scanner here, which tells me what the ticker is, what the price is, the change on the session, the volume it's in the session as well, and who the company is. I've got more details on that as well. So that's a gap scanner. This is a momentum scanner because this is based on the last 15 minutes, what's moving by how much, and this is what I use. It's called Benzinga Pro, and I use Benzinga for scanning the market in real time. I'll just show you what I'm looking at on a daily basis, all of you, and you can check this out. So this up at the top here is what I'm seeing on my laptop screen right now. So I've got 4 screens in front of me, and this is one of them. And this is my Benzinga platform, how I've got it set up. I've got multiple scanners in one here. I've got my momentum scanner there. I've got or surging scanner. I've got my gap scanner. I've got signals here, which is basically any kind of price spikes, volatility halts, highs of sessions. So I've got Duo is now a new high there, and then I've got a rolling news ticker. So as news breaks, it hits this one here, and this is what I'm looking at on a daily basis. This is right in front of me every single day, and I use this. I find it absolutely essential to for me to be profitable. So if you're not using a scanner or a screener, and you want to use one, Benzinga, second link in my link tree, or a second link in the description if you're on YouTube. Check it out for free. It's not a free service, granted, but you can try it out for 14 days for absolutely free. See what you think. Have a play around with it. If you like it, don't pay full price. Come and use my code. The discount code is already in the description as well. And yes, Benzinga are a sponsor, so they do give me a kickback should you subscribe into them. But everybody wins because I get a kickback, you get a cheaper price, and they get a new customer. So everybody wins. So go check that out, Benzinga. No, it's not, because timing, it can be. You don't want to be looking for quick moves, Bertie. You want to be looking for sustainable moves. So trying to get quick moves and jump on is what everybody thinks scalping is, and it's not. So scalping is you take profit from a quick move that's trending. Now, if you're just trying to get the quick pumps and then short it when it reaches the high, the likelihood is you're going to get burned. First and foremost, a lot of the stocks that get pumped, you can't short them anyway. They're not easy to borrow. So before you short stock, you've got 2 things that you need to check. Is it easy to borrow? In which case, your broker will have shares for you to borrow. If it's not easy to borrow, you've then got to locate shares to borrow ahead of time, by which time you've got shares to borrow. That pump's gone, it's moved, you've lost it. So, and then there's additional costs as well in terms of borrow fees and locate fees and etc. So just looking for a quick pump and shorting it is not the answer. It doesn't work. In theory, fantastic, but in reality it's just not possible. It's not feasible. So with regards to going short, going long and going short, there's no difference. The principles and the strategies I use are exactly the same both ways. You tend to find that fear is a stronger emotion than greed, so the short moves tend to be quicker. But the pattern breakouts, the volume requirements, everything is exactly the same. It's just inverted. If you're looking for a bull flag, if you're going short, you're looking for a bear flag. If you're looking for a flat top with an ascending wedge, if you're going short, you're looking for a flat bottom with a descending wedge. The patterns are exactly the same, but inverted. If you're looking for a double bottom for upwards momentum, you're looking for a double top for downwards momentum. It's head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders. It's just the same patterns, same principle, just inverted. So short and long, the principles are the same, but it costs more to be long biased. It costs more to be short biased. By nature, human nature looks for the positives. So human nature tells you that you should be looking for stocks that are rallying. Now, you don't necessarily have to believe that. You can look for stocks that are weak and short them, but it does cost you more. What's my main strategy to locate a trade? I look for stocks that are trending, that meet certain criteria, but then I look for the price action. So I look for patterns in the price action, and that tells me when to, it gives my entry and exit signals, and tells me when I get in and get out. So I am a pattern day trader. I am a momentum pattern day trader, breakout trader. So I'll buy high and sell higher. So people are constant, and I used to try this, trying to catch the dips and buy the dips ready for a move up, and it's almost impossible to do that. Catch the bottoms. So buy low, sell high is what they say, and that's great in principle, and it is the principle that we all want to do. But gauging the bottoms is not. Look at Meta, for example. Meta. Let's have a look at Facebook and Meta. So let's look at this on the 30-minute chart. Or let's look at it on the daily first and foremost. We had this gap down on earnings, and we're still gapping down. We've not had a daily new high yet. We've not had a single daily candle breaks a new high. So that tells me that the bottom isn't yet set. Now, what you might get is a nice little bull trap on the daily. So here, this might make a new high, and it'll be very much a bear flag. We'll continue to sell off, get a bear flag, and it'll sell off. We catch a lot of bullish traders going to the long side, waiting for the bounce, and then it'll continue to sell off and break new lows. Where is the bottom on Meta? How do you judge the bottom on Meta? Let's look at it on the 60-minute chart. So have we reached the bottom? So we've got about a low here of 88.30. Is that the bottom? We're up at 89.71, so it's bouncing. It's moved up. Really? I'm not so sure. So gapped up, but it only takes a little bit of momentum to the downside. And is that written down or explained in any videos by me? Yes, lots of videos by me. Check out the playlist of trading tutorials there, Bertie. There's a whole bunch of there in TikTok, but I've also got learn to day trade in YouTube. But on TikTok, there's a little playlist there on my profile. You can go into my profile, see the playlist, and you've got a whole bunch of different mini tutorials there. So check that out, and how to trade it, how to trade certain patterns, etc. Now, if you want to learn properly, I'm happy to teach you. YouTube, I've got the YouTube channel. There's a whole playlist there for learning to day trade as well. I'm happy to teach you. Just there's a course there that you can sign up for, and I'll give you not all my knowledge, keep some back for myself, but I'll teach you all the principles that I use on a daily basis. Happy to do that. Yeah, so I know you like these bottom feeders there, Alex. You like the small stocks, the low price stocks, and you also like you know, stocks that are extended. Looking for your, I know you like to trade the reversals, but Virax, this was down at like 140s, 150s on Wednesday. There's no reason at this moment in time. There's no reason. I can't see any reason why it can't go back down there. But good luck. It's below the VWAP. This would have to get above the VWAP. Well, it have to get above $2. People who are regulars to my channel will know I don't trade anything under $2 anyway. But I don't like to trade under $3. But I certainly don't trade under $2. This being at 179, it's below my my basement floor. It's below my threshold. So I won't be trading it. But if you are one of those people like Alex who likes these lower price stocks, this has just sold off heavy. Now, my first warning is that if you're going to be looking for a bounce, look for confirmation on the bounce. You can get a reversal and you can get it on the bounce, but what I would say is look for confirmation, because the problem with trading reversals and counter trend trading, or trading counter trend, because this is downwards trending right now, it's bearish trending, it can be like trying to catch a knife. So going back to what I was just saying about Meta, or Facebook, or whatever flavor you're having today, it can be like trying to catch a falling knife, and you think you've got it, and you end up cut, you end up bleeding. So just be careful with that. And I know I don't need to tell you to be careful, Alex. I know you do. I know you know what you're doing, but there's a lot of people come on this channel that are new to trading, and they don't quite grasp the concept of counter trend trading or looking for reversals and what to look for when you're trading reversals as well. So I know it's one of your popular strategies, one of your favorite strategies is trading reversals. So going back to the Chinese stocks, Steve, so Baba selling off now, below the VWAP. Neo was already below the VWAP. So that little bullish gap up doesn't seem to be holding. Neo. What about Billy? Oh, that's just barcoding. That's not doing anything. What about Pinduoduo? Yeah, that's below the VWAP as well. A low volume. So these Chinese stocks that did gap up, not really sustaining. So BioAtla is one of the top movers this morning. Not really looking like it's this sideways chop at the moment, so we'll see what happens with that. So Centage was the early morning mover, and this is pulling back as well a bit now, so below the VWAP. So if you're new to trading, I've got 4 indicators on this chart. Well, I've got 5 indicators. I've got the volume by price here. Of course, I've got the price action. I've got the volume by price. The blue line here is the VWAP, so the volume weighted average price. Now, I think this is probably the most powerful intraday indicator, technical indicator for day traders, because it's a great intraday trend indicator. If you're looking at the price action, if it's all taking place above the VWAP, then that means it's in a bullish trend. If the VWAP is inclined upwards, the action is bullish. Now, if the price action falls below the VWAP, it's then turned into a downwards trend. Its sentiment's changed. If the VWAP is declining, it's definitely downwards trending. Now, if the VWAP is horizontal, like it is here, and you're getting price action above or below, above below, that's just choppy sideways. It's not really trending either way. It's just in a period of consolidation. And this is great for day traders to understand, because if you're trading with a trend, you've got a higher percentage chance of your breakouts and your continuation to go in your favor, rather than counter trending on momentum. You managed to get you managed to get a nice short on DraftKings, JSpec. VWAP is a moving target, of course it is, because the sentiment changes intraday. So you could be bullish in the first hour of the market, and then it could be bearish. So of course you want the indicator to change with the sentiment, and that's what the VWAP does. So yeah, it's a moving target, and it moves with the overall sentiment of the price action. Am I going short on DraftKings? Well, I think I might have missed the big move. Let's have a look at DraftKings. Yeah, I've missed the big move here. So if I'm going to trade DraftKings, I'll either look for a break of lows, which would be like 1260 or below, or more likely I'll look for it to break the VWAP on a reversal and go long on it. So I probably won't short DraftKings, because to me right now, it would have to break lows. It's below the VWAP. Maybe do a VWAP fade, wait for it to come up to the VWAP, take a quick short position at the VWAP, and you've got a very tight risk that way. So the VWAPs right now is 1361 plus change. So if it moved up and you took a short position at, let's say, 1358, 1359, you know if it goes to 1362, you get out. It's not being held by the VWAP, and the VWAP fade's it's a popular and quite a profitable, quite a good strategy to use on weak stocks that try and rally back up, but then they get rejected at the VWAP. So by all means, short it as much as you like, but the big move would have been 7 a.m. this morning. I mean, it moved up on the earnings drop, and it gapped up. It moved up $2, and very similar to what Meta did last week. It moved up first before then selling off. But not just Meta last week. What Roku did this week, which is what I got bull trapped with, and lost 18k with, because yeah. So jobs reports is out today, Alex. That's going to be in about 2 minutes. I think that drops. Why does it set market makers? Market makers just basically trying to trigger certain orders before selling off. What they're trying to do is increase liquidity. So they will trigger. So some people will put orders like long positions above a certain level, so that they know if it's going one direction, they'll be able to get triggered into it. And a lot of people will do that. That don't really know how to trade will put order as they're coming into earnings, for example. They'll say, well, I don't know which way it's going to go. If it goes above a certain level, I'll go long, and they'll put orders in long and they'll put orders in short, and which one gets triggered first, and see what happens. So then they'll put an order in, and the market makers will spike it up to increase liquidity. They just want people buying and selling in the market, just increase that liquidity. So they'll trigger all those orders and then sell off, and then those orders will have to get out, and they'll have to sell. It's a market maker. It's a market maker manipulation is what it is, but it happens all the time. Sometimes, Klaatu, it depends. It depends on the stock. So if it's something that I believe in, and let's say earnings come out, and like DraftKings here. So we'll look at DraftKings on the 15-minute here. So earnings came out this morning, and it absolutely tanked. So now I might look at this and think, okay, well, if I look at the earnings and I say, well, those aren't bad earnings. It happened. What was it? Boeing last week, we traded Boeing last week, and the earnings came out, and they weren't bad earnings, and it sold off and then rallied the rest of the day, and I was able to I think AMD did the same. So on earnings, that yeah, if there's a catalyst that I don't believe if there's a catalyst that I don't believe warrants the reaction, I think the reaction is overzealous, either to the top or the bottom. Looking for a reversal it can be quite profitable. So if you think something's oversold based on, like right now, Amazon, for example, I think is an absolute steal. But before I buy, I'm waiting for that sign of a reversal. Let's have a quick look at Amazon. I think it was down at 96 when I looked at it. So Amazon. Now I'm in Amazon long. I'm underwater with it right now. So it's Amazon's down at 89. So yeah, absolute steal at the moment, in my opinion. So I will be adding to, as soon as I see that there is a sign of reversal, and I believe that we've hit a bottom, not necessarily the bottom, but a bottom with Amazon, because this ain't going to keep selling off. It's too strong and too good of a company, and there's too much institutional investment in Amazon for it to keep selling off this way, when in reality it's the fundamentals of the company are actually quite good. Meta, on the other hand, whilst it's got a good balance sheet, the fundamentals are starting to look a little bit iffy. So that being said, Amazon for me is an absolute steal right now, and it's still, we've not had a new high yet on the daily since it sold off. So again, this is another one. Wait for a daily new high. That's when I'll be looking to add to my portfolio position with Amazon. But yes is the answer, Klaatu, and I just gave a more long-winded answer to that. Okay, whatever. Well, you know me, Klaatu. Why answering three words when I can use 300? Yeah. What's going on here? What the hell's going on here? Picking up the wrong bloody window. Restream, you're annoying me. Bloody stupid TikTok studio. It's just picking up random windows to show instead of the scanners that I want it to show, but go figure. Well, let's go back to Santage. Zontage could be of interest. Breaks 540. Back up above 540. Actually, is that if the job reports come out? Let me have a quick look. Okay. Yeah, so the jobs have come out. Unemployment rate for October was 3.7% versus the 3.6 expected. That's actually good for the market. Bad is good and good is bad when it comes to jobs numbers, jobs claims and stuff. Non-farm payrolls for October was 260k versus the 200k estimate. So that's why the market's having a bit of a rally now. There you go. Oh, looks like Binance is having a bit of in hot water after helping uranium firms trade quite a lot of money despite sanctions. No, okay. Yeah, well, I was just looking at that. So that spike down isn't a spike down, okay? That's an algorithmic trade, I believe. Oh, it might be a spike down. Yeah, I think that actually was a spike down. So go figure. That's a big drop before moving up again. The algorithmic trades are here. That dropped right on as the news dropped of the jobs numbers. That again, market makers fishing for liquidation. That's exactly what it is, and it happens all the time. I'm not one to wear the tinfoil hat and talk about conspiracy theories or manipulation or things like that. But anyone that believes that the markets aren't manipulated, and you're naive. If you don't believe the markets are manipulated in favor of the institutions and the big money, then you're just being naive. I would like to think that the markets are an even level playing field across the board, but we've seen, if nothing else, the ape movement, the GameStop and AMC and the meme stock brigade on Reddit and the likes. If nothing else, they've exposed the market and the corruption on Wall Street for what it is, and they brought it out into the open for everybody to see, clear as day. So yes, the markets are manipulated. There's no getting away from it. Well, they say that's what they say. JSpec. They don't say. They say trade the rumor, not and sell. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Start small today. Well, that one went up to what, $75 up and $200 down in just as quicker. And that's more down to the spreads than anything. Let's see. I'll give it 15 cents, so I'll give it down to 25. That's the low of the previous 5 minute. I'm wondering what that strange rumbling noise is. It's not my stomach. It's the chow chow next to me snoring. And if you want to see the chow chow, and you want to see me feed her one of these lovely tender duck fillets, then get that like count up. If you like dogs, especially the big fluffy ones that look like teddy bears, get that like count up. I'm selling duck fillets for likes. The more likes, the more she gets fed. You can cause a chow chow. It's up to you if you want to cause a chow chow to become obese. Well, it's pure protein, so not exactly obese, but she's a big dog. So we've got 45 minutes to the bell, 47 minutes actually, 46 and a half. Or 47 and a half to the bell. We'll see what transpires. Not a huge amount moving just yet. We're getting a few of the crypto mining stocks are now starting to move. So Riot Blockchain, Marathon Digital, Hut 8. You might want to take a look at some of those crypto mining stocks. I was watching or reading a news article on crypto mining and how some of the miners are really finding it difficult because the price of crypto has come down quite dramatically since the highs of the bull run, and B, the cost of energy has gone up quite dramatically, particularly this year. So they've been they're being squeezed on both sides, and crypto mining is not exactly a low power consumption thing. So quite a few of these crypto mining companies are really struggling. Let's lock in. Now we ended up with $25. Go figure. That was a bit silly of me. Get back in a little bit bigger size this time. Who's getting paid to do YouTube? Have you seen the size of my channel, J-Spec? I don't get paid to do YouTube. I'm not big enough to be getting paid to do YouTube. Yes, I've got monetization on there, but it doesn't pay. We're talking like 50 cents a week or something. It doesn't. YouTube's not paying me. I get paid to trade. You have to have quite a large following, quite a big YouTube following to get any significant money out of YouTube. You're talking millions of views daily. It doesn't even pay for that. A bag of these is like $10. So 31. S&P to dump past 370. Well, I think you're probably right there. Dkng, I mean, we're at 374 right now. It gapped up, but I'm not seeing any kind of demonstrable strength on that gap up. Yes, we've got the jobs numbers and it's had a bit of a rally, but I don't think it will sustain. Personally, I said we'll sell off into the weekend after the Fed rate hike, and I've not changed my mind yet. I've not seen anything to change my mind yet. So I think we will sell off until into the weekend. Personally, just my opinion, just the meaningless meanderings of a fat bloke on the internet. So we've just double topped. Should have taken profits up there at 560. That's the high of days 63. So we've just double topped up there. Pay attention. Trying to do two things, trying to multitask is not my strong point. Nice. I'll as soon as I finish this trade, Alistair, I'll give her one of these little treats. My problem is not taking at this moment in time is not taking some of that profit off when it was up there, knowing full well that it's a double top. It's locked in 25 bucks. That covers the cost. That's transaction fees. Any new low we get out. No. 25. Feed the pooch. Feed the pooch. Feed the pooch. Hey pooch. Hey pooch. And if you want this, you've got to stand up for it. Okay? That's a good girl. Feed the pooch. Feed the pooch. For those of you wondering what am I talking about, feed the pooch. This lovely little fatty is my pooch. Oh. Off you go. It's a good girl. It's Friday, you can have a bonus one. There you go. Gets another one at 5,000 likes. Or 30 likes on YouTube. What are we doing on YouTube right now? 8 likes. Come on, guys, get your fingers out. Are you not Are you not entertained? Feed the pooch. Feed the pooch. Oh, thanks, Edison. I needed a TikTok musical logo. Cheers, Aaron. No problem. Well, I don't think it was a manipulated rally. It gapped up. The S&P 500 gapped up, and we're not. it's not really done anything since the gap up. It's very sideways and choppy, but like you said, 370 is only here on the SPY, so we're not too far away. A little bit of bearish momentum, and it's red. Let's have a look at the VIX. So the VIX is the fear index. So this has changed. This just changed when the when the employment numbers just dropped. Then Fubo. What were the earnings like? Because it has earnings this morning, but I'm not seeing anything with Fubo in terms of. Had earnings this morning. Maybe it's have the earnings dropped yet with Fubo? I'm not sure they have. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll have a quick look at Fubo. Fubo. You can look at. You've had two now. You're not getting another one unless we get enough likes. Okay, you've got to ask the chat nice and. Okay, so Fubo. Fubo TV. Conference call's in progress right now. So the earnings came out. Yeah. It's an EPS beat, it's a sales beat, it's good earnings. But sometimes the market just doesn't pay attention, and it's not doing anything with Fubo. So you can't. This is why I say it's better to trade the price action than try to anticipate what that reaction is going to be. I wouldn't know, Alistair. Oh, here we go. Here we go. 5,000 likes. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, they've reported, but I mean, Fubo's had an earnings beat, but EPS beat, sales beat. It's good earnings, but the market's just not reacted favourably. Not reacted. It's just not reacted. There's very little volatility with Fubo. It's like 2%, less than 2%. The ATR is like 4 cents. So there's no volatility with Fubo this morning, really. Not really, at least. Cheers, Kushik. Oh, Sparkler. That's for tomorrow, is it, Edison? Guy Fawkes Day tomorrow. For those of you across the pond or anywhere else other than the UK and Ireland, Guy Fawkes Day is November the 5th. It's 1605, I think it was, when Guy Fawkes attempted to blow up Parliament and kill James I whilst he was at it. Nice little history lesson. See, what can I say? You're not just learning about trading, you're getting a history lesson. Oh, so I missed this. Missed this pot. Don't chase it now. No problem, Dkng. It's got rejected at $6. It's very extended right now, so wait for the pullback and look for the higher. Don't just get on the first 1 minute count. Look for the higher time frames as well. Look for confirmation on the higher time frames. How much? So how much did you make per day? When? Using past tense there. So which day are you looking at? I've just been looking at Fubo. Fubo's not reacting. The market's just not reacting to Fubo's earnings. It's just doing nothing. So this is on the. That was a 1 minute. This is a 5 minute. That's just the definition of choppy. We've got a range, an ATR on the 5 minutes of 6 cents, not 60, 6 cents, 5.9 cents, and that's on 5 minute. So it's just, if you look at it on the 15 minute, it's just choppy, nothing. The market just hasn't reacted to the earnings, good, bad, or indifferent with Fubo. So we've got a little doji there, which might be the sign of the breakout on the way. So I'd say high of the previous 2 minutes, 89, so 590. It's all relative there, Alistair. All relative. We had a good day yesterday, but we had a bad day the day before. So across the 2 days, Wednesday and Thursday, it's pretty much break even. With Fubo, I'm not. Look, the market has to with Fubo. I mean, I've got it on the as you can see, Fubo's on the small screen, one of the small screens on the watch list. I thought it might be interesting to watch Fubo because of the action, price action that usually accompanies earnings. I mean, it's just choppy. Oh, so we're getting some spikes up here now. Some of the Nvidia moving up, Tesla moving up. Tesla's up at 220s again. Roblox moving up. Did I finish all my cup of tea? I did. I'll take a look at Starbucks for you. So Starbucks got this period here with no volume. I mean, it's Starbucks and there's nobody trading it. 180,000 shares traded. There's been less than 3,000 trades total in the out of hours session so far. So whilst it's up on the day, it needs more volume. You can't trade that reliably without the volume. It is quite bullish at the moment, and I think you had earnings yesterday after hours, but it's bullish. If the volume comes in, it might be a watch, but right now, intraday, Starbucks long term, it's not a bad bet, but intraday, there's no trade there until the volume comes in, but there you go. I mean, it's yeah, you can say it's ugly because I'm looking at the 1 minute time frame there. So if you look at it on the 5 minute, the earnings came out and it was very choppy, but it gradually moved up. If you look at it on the 60 minute, that's a strong chart, you know. So it depends on the time frame, and I always say look to the higher time frames for confirmation. Yeah, well, XPEV has, or XPeng has a catalyst today, but again, looking at the higher time frame, you've got the getting a bit of volatility here, but it's still sideways chop. Had this gap up, as did a lot of the Chinese stocks, but it's just sideways chop. It's not done anything since that. So that's your XPEV, XPeng, whatever. Could it get back above this the session highs up at 827? Well, it's 13 cents away, so yes, it could. But the whole move was done 4 o'clock this morning. It's not done anything since. So, and again, you want good volume, you want good momentum. This isn't right now. It's just sideways choppy. It's where the VWAP is. It's just sideways. The VWAP is horizontal, and as I was talking about earlier in terms of technical analysis, if your VWAP's horizontal, it means that the price action is going nowhere. It's just up and down, pretty much ranging around the same price. So yeah, not ideal. I'll be back in just a second, and you can shut up. Let's go back to the 1 minute here. A little bit of a breakout here. Kavana, Farfetch, Marathon Digital making moves up. Yeah, I know. I'll take you after the stream, not during. You know that. You've been drinking, haven't you? Drooling all over my hands. Okay, so 9:05-ish. We've got 25 minutes to the bell. Ooh, tinnitus. Not a big fan of tinnitus. Tinnitus, whatever. Potato. Nobody says potato. Who in the... Look, I've been all over the world and nobody calls a potato a potato. Tomato, I get. Potato and potato, nobody says potato. Anywhere. And if you do say potato, you need a slap. Because potato. I wish flaming TikTok Studio would stop messing with my scanners. Fubo earnings came out this morning already. It's pretty much a beat across the board there, Chris. So Fubo came out this morning, but the market just hasn't reacted. I'll have a look at the, because you're looking at the SPX, so rather than looking at the SPY, I'll put the SPX up there, so we're talking about the same levels. So let's look at this on the... So I won't look at the SPX, I'll look at the SPY because I can't see the SPX until the market opens. That's the problem with it. So the SPY is up at 375. So the SPX will be 3759. There's a 10-to-1 ratio on there. But 376 right now. So current high up down the SPY is 376.29. Will it get over that? It could. I have a funny feeling that we're going to get a mini rally and then a sell-off into the after the open. I think this this rally's just a manipulated rally personally, but there you go. Yeah, so it was earnings beat, it was sales beat, revenue, etc. So it was good. I mean, it's still negative EPS, but it was better than estimates. So Fubo, in theory, should be. And if you look at the screen there, Fubo is the last one on the four smaller screens. Fubo is the last one on the right. It's at the bottom of the screen there. So that's the Fubo chart, and yeah, it's not looking very strong, but that's the 2-minute chart, Fubo 2-minute chart, by the way. But what are you going to do? Peekaboo. Peak bio. Hitting the scanners, moving up. Why? Give me a reason. Make it a good one. So I don't like to jump in straight away because you can get faked out that way. Right, okay, so Peak Bio announces the closing of up to 100 million common stock purchase transaction with White Lion. That's just dropped a couple of hours ago, so not sure why that's only reacting now. It's up 77% on the day. It's a big move. See if we can't test the high. 10, 20 cent spreads. Just lock that in. Quick scalp for 1,800 bucks. Nice. Like that. Oh, stop, Tony. You're going to have a heart attack. I'll take that all day. Open a bottle of wine and get things interesting. It's a little bit early for the bottle of wine, guys, but I suppose I could get the tequila out. What'd you say? I'd have sit up some tequila. Yeah, absolutely fuzzy. So yesterday I made most of my drunken losses back. I covered most of the drawdown. That covers the rest and a little bit besides. So yeah. Once I got up there and it showed a little bit of hesitation breaking $8, I thought just lock it in. You can always get back in later. Nobody ever goes broke taking profits. This, if it breaks $8, it could motor. Volume's coming in as well. And at 99. Oh. Bit of a resistance at $8. Coiling under $8. We need to break $8 here. My left eye is all blurred, by the way. Yeah, there potentially is a rug pull going to happen, but we'll see. And we break $8. That's the question. Up it one more time. We're up at 80. We're up at 780s right now on the ask. Let's take half off there. Range on this is good. 54-cent range, ATR. Go figure. Is it going to break $8? That's the question. That's my question. Testing it. Let's reduce the exposure a little bit, lock in a few more bits and pieces. It breaks $8, we could probably get a nice flush up, nice pump up before a fast pullback. So that's something that I'm a little conscious of. You know what, I'm just going to get out there. I'll take the $2,000. So we're up 2,000 to start off with. That's not a bad start before the bell. I'll let that coil under $8. Once it breaks $8, I think Kushik. Look, I don't know about it being manipulated, but the whole market's manipulated first and foremost. Let's put that to bed. But when a stock doesn't go your way, one of the first things that people do is they live in denial, and a stock doesn't move how you expect it to. First thing you do is market manipulation, dark pools and synthetic shorts and all this kind of stuff. And the reality is, it didn't go your way. Get over it. Not every trade's going to go your way. There's a lovely little flag set up here. But for me, if it breaks $8, I'm interested again. There's a nice little flag set up here. I just want to see a bit more volume coming in with we got this high volume here. This candle's here, this highest volume candle, and it still didn't break $8. So that's what was a little bit concerning for me. So that's why I got out. I thought if we've got a higher amount of volume, we should have broke the $8 barrier, but we didn't. So we'll see. Absolutely, it's the Nile's not just a river in Egypt. I like that. I'm going to steal that one. Yeah, well, we'll see. I'm keeping an eye on Amazon because, like I said, I'm holding Amazon long term. It's in my portfolio since the stock split, and I think it's personally, I think it's bargain basement at the moment. It's an absolute steal. Fundamentally, Amazon is a very good price. It's way below what I perceive to be FMV, and I'm sure there are other people saying the same thing. Yeah, well, the good luck with that because Fubo is just, it's underneath the VWAP. It's not looking particularly bullish right now. For whatever reason, the market's just not reacting to it. So this is Peak Bio. Just completed the sale of a stock offering, and that's why it's moved up. It's kind of starting to lose a little bit of energy up here, so we managed to get a portion of that. So Amazon. It's difficult because I mean, we're breaking lows here now with Amazon. It's not been here, as far as I can remember. It's not been at this level. So Amazon, look at this on the 60, 89, 90. That range, 89 is where it went down to before. We've got a low right now of 89.11. So that's where the support is right now. We've got $89.31. So $89 as at the moment is the support level that we've got to watch out for. It's if it breaks 89, is 85 incoming? I don't think so. I think we might be at the bottom now. I'm not sure. That's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I just think at under $90 or under $100, Amazon's an absolute steal. But that's just my opinion. I'm just a fat bloke on the internet with an opinion, and that's the beauty of opinions. You know, everybody's got one, and plenty of people go on the internet and expose them, and some people make money doing that. So, I mean, what I would be more worried about is Meta, which looks to be. I mean, anyone in the right mind, how can you have Meta a higher price per share than Amazon? It just makes no sense. Amazon's a much better company. I mean, the market cap's obviously different, but you know, I mean, both could be reaching a level where they're getting ready for a bounce. So yeah, watch that. Meta could, if Meta gets above kind of $91, the bounce might be incoming. I've drawn this downwards resistance, so 93 is the level I'm looking for there with Meta. If it gets above 93, I might take a swing trade on that for a move back up to maybe $100 or above. I really should do a similar kind of thing for Amazon as well, actually. Look at the technicals. I mean, DraftKings just is sideways, choppy sideways since it's sold off on earnings. I'm just going to put peekaboo here on DraftKings. On a 2 minute, that looks like it's done. It looks like we caught that pop and it's done. We got the first pullback, roared it up, and then I don't think we're getting a second one. We're getting a second one, but I don't think we'll get a continuation. So that's back to the 1 minute. So let's look at peak buy up. So we got the move up, we got this first pullback, which is what we did. We got in here, rode it up, and now we're getting this pullback here, and it's below the VWAP already. So that to me is not very bullish at all. We got the flag and it broke down. So well, Google is the thing is with Google, it's a data company. It's not just about advertising and the likes. Yes, 71% of its revenue comes from advertising, but they are branching out and they've got a lot of good projects on the go as well. A friend of mine actually works for Google, and as a result of that, I do get quite a bit of inside knowledge when they're working on various projects. Big thing with Google going forward is that they're looking for investing a lot into AI as well, so that's something. All right, let's look at what else is moving, guys. Very low volume. It's moved up. That initial pump up wasn't low volume. So this is 700 Yamana Gold Inc. So Yamana announces superior proposal, whatever that is. So that came out 3 minutes ago. So Yamana Gold, that's not a bad spike up. That's like 300,000 shares. So we're at double top here right now. So it needs to break 462, which is the high of day. But it needs to do it with more volume. This initial spike was great volume. The rest of not great. So that's Yamana Gold. Keep an eye on it. Actually, probably won't. It's only 10% up on the day, so I'll probably just get rid of that. Keep an eye on it. If it's above 50%, 15%, I might keep an eye on it. What else have we got? Xpeng, didn't really like the look of that. Billy, not, didn't like that either. The rest are ETFs, Li Autos, they all made moves first thing. Not really holding. What do you think, guys? Bullish or bearish today? Let's have a look at the markets before the bell rings. So we've got 5 minutes to the bell anyway. But bullish or bearish today? This is a 15-minute chart on the S&P 500, which is a good indicator for the market. This is the SPY is an ETF that tracks it's the Spider S&P 500. It's an ETF that tracks the S&P 500, and it's a 10 to 1 in terms of the ratio. So it's the S&P 500 but affordable, the E-mini, if you will, same thing. So it's bullish at the moment. It's looking very strong at the moment, up at 376. What do you think? Bullish or bearish today based on this? We're already over yesterday's in-market high. Oh, yesterday's high across the board. Well, I hope you're right. I hope we have hit the bottom. That would be nice, Klaatu. If we've actually bottomed out, if it was the bottom back at the back end of last month. Well, in the middle of last month, mid-October levels were the bottom, and we're now about to enter the another bull run. It doesn't tend to work that way. If you look at the psychology of the stock market, you find that we're going to enter the depressive session, which is just sideways chop for a while. You know, there's peaks and troughs along the way, but sideways chop for a while. It tends to happen after a bear market. When a bear market bottoms out, it doesn't rally straight away. You don't go from bear market into bull market. You go from bear market into range market sideways, and then you slowly gradually build up momentum into the bull market. Now your bull market can turn instantly into a bear market, and that's exactly what happened this year. We had the bull market up until we're at all-time highs at the beginning of January, and then we've just been selling off every month since. It's pumped today, Chris. You say it's pumping today, so it's pumped. NEO. This is NEO on the 15-minute. It gapped up with a lot of Chinese stocks. It gapped up 4 a.m. this morning, and then it's been selling off. It's kind of sideways, choppy at the moment. For me, it needs to get over 11.20. It needs to break this high, which is 11.20 at the moment. Otherwise, it could still sell off. So if you got calls at 9.50 and when the market opens, I would absolutely cash in some, if not all of them. Make sure you take some profit. Don't know how many contracts you bought, Chris, but definitely take some profit. Even if it rallies, make sure you take some profit. All right. Does anybody else want me to take a look at anything? $25 contracts. That's good. Take half off, let the other half ride, and that way at least you're covered. You've made a good $9.50. It's up at 11. You've made a good $1.50 on each one of those contracts. So yeah, I mean, I would take some profit, cover the cost of all your contracts, take some profit, and let the others ride. See if it goes continues to rally. But get ready to pull the trigger. I could take a look at Palantir. Not looked at Palantir for a while. It's choppy at the moment, slightly up on the day, 822. Not much range, 2-cent range with Palantir. So from an intraday trade point of view, needs volume, needs a bit of volatility, needs a bit of range. It's been trading sideways for the last couple of months, really, as Palantir. I mean, it's been as low as $7.50, as high as $9, but it's been very sideways ranging for quite some time. I don't long term. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't offer financial advice, but ask yourself a question. If you're thinking long term hold, ask yourself a question. Why is the stock priced at $8? It's usually because it's garbage. You know, it's I don't offer advice, Chris. Don't offer advice. I just offer an opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. But these stocks that are down $5, $10, they're just garbage stocks. They're not the sort of stock that you want to be holding long term. Maybe swing trade it if it's got a catalyst and it's moving up and you can swing trade it. I've just changed the scanners over. We'll see what happens. But don't invest long term in a penny stock. It's a road to ruin. It really is. Now Fubo might move. So Fubo's up at 350s now, above the VWAP. So now your Fubo might move. Now that we get some volume coming. We're at a halt. Volatility halt on a few things now. Halt to the downside on Peak Bio. And a halt to the downside on Farm as well. No volume on these. Foodie halted upwards. Oh dear. Are we gonna take a position with Hoodie? That's the question. $89 a share. We'll see. It just reminds me so much of HKD. Just be careful if you're thinking of trading Hoodie, Hoodie, whatever flavor you're having. Just be careful. The spreads are very rangy. I got in at 70 something cents yesterday, and then automatically the spreads were $3, and I was like, crap, you know, down quite substantially. And so just be careful with these low liquidity stocks. You can make a lot of this. It's very much a risky play, high risk, high reward. If it goes in your favor, you could make bank, but if it doesn't, you could blow up your account. So just be wary of that, guys. Verisight. No. Technoglass. Well, that's moved up big, but no volume. Lung halted. The downside. Cambium Networks. Why is it not showing me any action? Well, I hope you're enjoying the channel, guys. If you are on YouTube, give me a thumbs up button, hit that thumbs up button, smash that like button, give it a thumbs up, do this. You know you want to. Do it now. If you're in a stock, do you know what happens? This is I swear this is the truth. If you're going long on a stock and you hit that thumbs up button, that like button on YouTube, that stock rallies 25%. So if you're in a stock, or if you're trading and you've got a position, a long position, if you hit that thumbs up button, it rallies. That stock that you're in will rally 25%. If you believe that, you're even more gullible than people who give money to Nigerian princes. But that's besides the point. I'm saying just hit that thumbs up button. Hi Alfred, good to see you. Funko Pops. Oh, massive sell-off at the downside. Halt. There's a lot of selling pressure. Look at Alibaba. Ouch. This is painful if you're in Alibaba. There could be an opportunity to short right there. Who was in Neo with his contracts? Chris? I hope you took my advice and sold on the open, because big sell-off there. I hope you locked in some profits there, buddy. Oh, good man, good man. It might rally, but look, you're in profit. If it rallies after you get out and you've made a profit, it doesn't matter. But Baba, ouch. It's just something I see that you don't see, Fuzzy, obviously. You can't be too risk averse, but you've also got to manage that risk accordingly. If you're risk averse, then you're never going to take a profitable trade. And therein lies the problem. If you've got the momentum and you're ready to do it, Okay, let's have a look. We're seeing some momentum here. Bank of America, probably one of the biggest float stocks you'll ever come across. But if Bank of America's moving up, that usually has an effect on the wider market somewhere. And the Bank of America's moving up, the S&P 500 is moving down. So I'm not saying that they're inversely linked. Dkng, do you mean DraftKings? Yeah, DraftKings had a little bounce at the open, people thinking that they were going to get a bounce, but it's now selling off. No, DraftKings had terrible earnings this morning, so that's why. There's a lot of selling, a lot of downwards momentum at the moment. Let's wait for something to present itself in a nice way. I want something with some decent volume, though. That's the thing. I mean, I've got there's plenty big movers, just not with volume right now. Lumen. So Lumen seems to be moving up. One of the better volume movers over the last 15 minutes. S&P 500 testing the VWAP right now. So the SPY is testing the VWAP. You might get a bounce on the VWAP. If it breaks the VWAP, I can see it selling off for the rest of the day and going red towards the close. I'll check Oxy, ExxonMobil. Oh no, Occidental. Oxy, quick rally. Now coming down to test the VWAP again, under 75 again. So that's Oxy. If you like it, good luck. Why do people like PayPal at $71? Well, big sell-off. It was rallying. It sold off hard. It was trying to rally from. PayPal had earnings yesterday, I think, whatever it was. It sold off hard anyway. And if you look at this on the 15, you'll see what I'm talking about. Sold off hard here. So again, you look at this is what I was talking about earlier about the market makers searching for liquidity. So they move the price up, ready to drop it. So we want to trigger a few of those orders, a few limit orders that are in there. We want to trigger those orders, get the people buying the shares, increase the liquidity, catch a bit of liquidity before flushing down. And that's what PayPal did yesterday. Now it's been trying to bounce coming into the open, and now it's selling off. So 71, I'm not sure about it bouncing at 71. I'd take it at 67 maybe, 68. But this is looking weak. PayPal. DoorDash. So again, DoorDash had good earnings. If we look at this on the 15-minute, had good earnings. Then a bit of a sell-off. And even on DoorDash, the market makers did it the other way. So they dropped the price, get a few people in there, and then it moved up. So yeah, it's sideways, choppy sideways. We found that we did break that pre-market high at 55.47, but it didn't hold. It went up to 57, and it's selling off hard. So look, I'll wait for the right opportunity to come along, because I took a position yesterday. I was about $2,000 up yesterday. $3,000 up I was yesterday. And then we pretty much gave that back. We were little over, still green, but a little over break even on the day after trading Nvidia, and then we had to trade the rest of the day to get green again. So Hoodie has resumed. For those of you wanting to look at a mad stock, so this is what I call a mad stock right now. So we're talking what, $6 spread a moment ago, $9 spreads. This is a 10% spread is what it is. So it's a $90 stock and the spreads are $9. So it's a 10% spread. It's halting to the downside right now, just about to halt. There you go, halting to the downside. So this it opened, halted to the upside, went all the way up to 104. It actually gapped up from $90 up to 95, up to 104. So a $10 swing upwards before a flush down and you know, a good $15 flush down into a halt. So this is what I'm talking about with this one. Is it's extremely volatile. If you get the move at the right, if you time it the move at the right time, you can make some really good bank on this. But it's just so risky. If you can't afford to blow up your account, don't trade it, because I would say there's a high percentage chance you will blow up your account than you will grow your account trading something like Hoodie. $9 spreads. I mean, come on. It's what are you going to do with a $9 spread? As soon as you get in, let's just say you take 500 shares, which is not a huge size. Let's take 100 shares. It's a $90 stock, so it's quite expensive. You take 100 shares, that's you're in for $10,000, but $9,000 with just 100 shares, and straight away is you're $1,000 down on a $9,000 position. It's absolutely mental. Have I got a book out, Fuzzy? No, but I've got a course that you can join and learn from me if you want to. Okay, that's not a bad formation. If you take you can't. I don't like taking patterns that transfer across the sessions. But if you took that pattern as an argument for a double bottom there, it's halted to the upside now. So this is Centage. We traded this pre-market. We've made a little bit. It's kind of more of a scratch trade more than anything. But we'll see. That's just sold off. That's not coming back way below the VWAP. At least with Centage, it showed signs of life before the open. Bit of a sell-off, and actually it was a halt down. I think it was 34. Yeah, there's a halt down there before it gapped down. Now it's moved up into a halt. So what's this? 536. This is looking to gap up as well. So I've got a resumption in the 530s. It's a 511 right now. 943. So this should resume in 4 minutes. 948. This should resume. So this is Centage. So SNTG is the ticker. This is where we traded it pre-market. Couldn't really get much out of it. A few people did, but I just didn't trade it very well. Got in at the wrong time. Judged it wrongly. What else is moving? So Centage is the top mover at the moment. It's halted, but it's the one with all the volume. You go where the volume is. Follow the crowds. That's what they say. Has anybody seen the Black Adam movie yet? Because I watched it and I thought it was absolute trash. I'm a Marvel fan, but the DC movies, I didn't mind Man of Steel, but the rest have been trash. Is Oxy still moving up? No, it's pulling back. And Alcoa, put 42s. So these are mid caps. I prefer to trade the lower cap stocks, but they're not moving just yet. So when does Centage resume? That'll be 48. A couple of minutes left yet. How much do I earn a day by trading? Well, I target myself on 5,000 a day. That's my trading goal. Certainly this year is 5,000 a day, and I am consistently achieving that. Yesterday we did just over 14,000. Little bit over 15,000 loss the day before that. We did 6,000 on Tuesday. We did 7,000 on Monday. So we're green on the week. We're having a good week. We've recovered the drawdown from Wednesday as well. So we're back in the upper echelons. But yeah, so what I would caveat with that though, Tomin, is that my results are not typical. Most people that get involved in day trading they lose money. 85% of people that trade the stock market in particular lose money long term. They're never profitable, and they will, if they try day trading, they'll give up after 2 years having never made a dime. So that's 85. There's a number of reasons for that. The majority of it is they approach it with the wrong mindset. They don't educate themselves and learn how to trade before putting money in. They don't practice and perfect the skill set before putting money in, and that's why they lose. So they do it impatiently. If you wanted to be a teacher, you wouldn't just walk into a classroom and pull out the chalk and start writing on the board. It doesn't work that way. You've got to go to school for 5 years, 4 years, whatever, and then you go through teacher training to perfect your the skill set. If you were a dentist, you wouldn't just walk into a surgery and start drilling people's teeth with a Black & Decker. It just wouldn't happen. So you learn how to trade first. So we did gap up. Now it's pulling back again. So learn how to trade first, and perfect your craft in a simulator. You trade paper money. Learn how to be profitable, consistently profitable with paper money before putting real money on the line. That's my well, you're welcome to join the Day Trade with Tony community. Check out the link in my link tree. I teach and mentor traders directly, and we've got a nice community growing in the Discord as well, and which is active all day. I'm not feeling this right now. I thought this might break out and we'd get above. Wait for the pullback. 560. What's the pre-market high? $6 really. So Vimeo just making moves. Digimark. Look, it happens, Chris. And to be fair, Fubo's down, and even with good earnings, and something had the opposite last week, and it went up. So the market can be irrational, and it can stay irrational longer than you can stay solvent. So don't try and second guess the market. Trade the price action. Don't try and anticipate the market sentiment, because it will do more often than not, and particularly when you get the greediest, when you go in the largest, it will do the exact opposite as what you expect it to do. That's the way the market works, unfortunately. Murphy's Law applies to the market more than it does to many other areas. So yeah, guys, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope you learn a lot. If you want to learn directly, come check out the Day Trade with Tony and the first link in the description if you're on YouTube or Share Vision or wherever. It's the first link in my link tree. If you go into my profile on TikTok, there's a link tree link there. It says link tree, the TikTok trader. Click that. It takes you to my link tree. And the first link in that link tree will bring you to the Day Trade with Tony course that you can jump on. You get access to the Day Trade with Tony Discord as well. It's a private Discord. We don't just let anybody in there. Only like-minded individuals, like-minded traders that want to learn how to trade. And you're all welcome. I'm just waiting for something to move right now. We had a little bit of, first 15 minutes, we had quite a bit of volatility, but nothing really went parabolic or anything like that. We didn't see any big movers. Maybe we'll get a news drop at the top of the hour or something like that that will send something moving. I will, of course, be when I finish the stream in half an hour. I will be, of course, continue recording all my trades, and you'll get to see the trade recap I drop on YouTube at the end of the day. So let's have a quick look at Amazon. And so yeah, we're breaking lows here. With Amazon, so I'll wait for Amazon to bottom out, and then I'll be filling my bags. I'm glad I didn't buy last week after it dropped on the earnings, but it dropped on earnings on the 27th, I think it was. And I thought, okay, I'll load up. It rallied, and I think, I've missed my opportunity. I'm glad I didn't. Let's have a look at the S&P 500. Let's look at the Nasdaq. It's still green, just barely. Look at that. Almost went red. This is the Nasdaq. This is the Qs. So the Qs is the Invesco Trust ETF that tracks the Nasdaq. We've got the Dow Jones Industrial, which is nicely green at the moment still. We've got the Russell 2000 index, which is the small cap index, and then we've got the S&P 500, which is the large cap index, effectively. So 0.5% up at the moment. I can see that. I can see that giving up. It's below the VWAP right now, so maybe we'll get continued sell off. And I said this would happen, that would sell off into the weekend. Now, it might prove me wrong. There's an argument for an Adam and Eve double bottom there, but I'm not convinced. That didn't hold. Percentage. It's sell off into a halt, resulting in a rally into a halt. And now it's selling off. Not quite halting, but it's selling off. 464 is the halt level right now. So we're at 78. So if this continues to sell off, we might get another halt to the downside, which is not particularly bullish, obviously. Alcoa breaking highs. Breaking high of day there. 42.54. Take a quick position with Alcoa. This worked out well for me a couple of weeks ago. Alcoa. Give it a little bit of wiggle room. 30 cents. Hold the $half. Yeah, absolutely. I know I'm no. So the TikTok channel made the big time because I'm getting people impersonating me. So, and then the YouTube made the big time because I'm getting all that spam and crap coming through. Excuse me. Not financial advice, Alfred, but I would say it's certainly a discount buying opportunity for Amazon. I think these are lows that a lot of people will be looking at as a time to buy at a reduced rate on Amazon. Google double bottom, Amazon double bottom. Bio double bottom. I'll just put a stop in place there. It's not quite breaking out how I wanted it to, but we'll see. Give it a little bit of wiggle room. It needs to hold the $half, so I put my stop at 53 just in case there's a bit of slippage. So I'm giving it 30 cents. There's a $750 risk on this one, and I've got a bit of a cushion, so I'm okay. Well, I will be buying Amazon. I'm not saying you should buy it, but I will be buying Amazon. I'm not so much Google right now, but I will be buying Amazon. But I'll not, and it's not a advice for you to go out and buy it. You do your own fundamental research because I'm already in Amazon long term. So I'm just going to be averaging down. I've got a portfolio that I believe in long term, and as long as I'm holding it, I'll keep adding to it. Because I know full well that in 5-10 years time, not only will I be making money with that, making bank with that, it'll go on to all-time highs, and I'm confident of that. And Amazon's one of those companies that will do that. It's pretty well beat up at the moment, but look. So Centaur's halted again to the downside, I think. To the upside. Centaur's halted again. But this time to the upside. It's got volatility, but what are you going to do? You know? Yeah, so looks like we're going to get stopped out on Alcoa. Yeah, so 750. I've got a bit of slippage there, so that's 6 cents slippage on that, which is not great. Good luck with that one, Python. I don't think Meta's coming back anytime soon. Well, not in the in the immediate. Stop hunting. You see that? Came all the way down to 42.50 and then move back up. So, hey, look, we'll wait for Funko Pops making moves to the upside after this hard, quite substantial sell-off. Is it bouncing? That's the question. Not really getting huge volatility just yet, but it's looking to make a move. It's above the VWAP. Reversal signs of a reversal there for Funko. So look at this on the 15. See this on the 15, hard sell-off from last night. And now we're kind of getting a little bit of a bounce. Maybe it's worth considering. If over $9, it could be worth considering. Possible move up to 10. Yeah, not feeling that. Rejected at the VWAP as well. Anybody else seeing anything that really is jumping out? Macrogenics. Low volume, but it's moving up nice. Macrogenics 16% up on the day already. All that's happened since the open. Moved from under $5 to like $5.60. So look at the 60-cent move, 70-cent move there since the open. What's that? Half an hour gone. Current high. Current high is 33. And I'll pull back here. Yes, over 30 again. I might take a position. And move up to the $half. Got that little doji there that suggests the pullback anyway, the reversal. I'll come back to Funko. Funko's having a little bit of a consolidation right now. High of this one is 30. But I'd say 30, 930. Right now, there's a lot moving. Just be careful if it's moving with low volume. Funko's got quite a lot of volume. It's a much higher float stock as well, though. So I prefer the lower float stocks, lower cap, low float stocks, because you get a lot more volatility. With Funko, even the volatility is not great. The moves are okay, but relatively speaking, the volatility is not great. I had terrible Q3 earnings. 37 million in the float. So it's not huge. I mean, it's still under 100 million, which I like to trade. I prefer under 10 million, but it's under 100 million, which is okay. And it's 6% shorted, so I would imagine it's probably more shorted after those earnings. Well, Sontage is at 460, halted at 469 right now. so the break lows here, I'm just gonna needs to hold at $9. The high of this candle here is 14, so it needs 920. I'm just gonna move on. Let's have a look at Sontage. So it tapped 6 on the 1 minute. Is it halted again to the downside this time? So up, halt, down, halt, up, halt, down, halt, up, halt, down, halt. A lot of volatility on this one, it seems. Or rather, it was down, halt, up, halt. And then another up, halt, down, halt. I think that's it. Right. There's a halt there, halt there. Yeah, so a lot of volatility there. Yeah, absolutely. So you've got to be careful with. I mean, these low float stocks, you're going to get that. It's like I said with Huadi. Let's have a look at Huadi. So Huadi, similar kind of situation. You've a low float stock that it can move extremely volatile when it gets higher relative volume. You can get extreme volatility, which you can take advantage of because you can get 20-30% move on it in the space of a couple of minutes. Of course, you can load up, take a decent share size, 5,000-10,000 shares, whatever you're comfortable doing. Of course, your risk is going to be a lot bigger if it doesn't go in your direction, and that's being an aggressive style trader myself. I'm a lot more comfortable than a lot of people would be in terms of the risks that I take, but I get the rewards that go with that higher risk. So yeah, something like a Sontage right now is you know, it's big risk, but it could be big reward. Keep an eye on it. Like this one now. This gets back up over $6. This could really motor. And rejected at the VWAP. It came all the way down to under $5 after being all the way up at $8. And the spreads are 18 cents. And you've got to factor that in as well. So if you've got a wide spread, that's additional risk that you've got because you've got to have a bigger move. If you've got a wide spread, you need more volatility because you need to have a bigger move just to cover the spread. So that's another part of the risk management you've got to factor in. And sometimes you've only got seconds to factor all of this in. And if you don't, you end up getting burned. And a lot of people they don't think about the many different aspects of a trade before they get in, which is why I always say, look, have a checklist, write it down, print it out on some papers before you get into a trade. Take the time. Does this meet 4 or 5 criteria? Does this meet my criteria for a trade? Just you taking the time to complete that checklist will give you that pause before jumping in and chasing the action. And that will save you a lot of money. If the action is genuinely bullish, it's going to last longer than 30 seconds, just so you know, okay? But you complete that checklist. If it meets that checklist, the likelihood is it's going to be a good trade to take anyway. But if you take the time to complete that checklist, it's going to stop you getting in and chasing bullish action, which is just a pop that is going to cost you a lot of money. So just think about it that way. Print out your checklist, your trade plan checklist, and see what happens. So Sontage has just resumed to the downside, gap down. So this gets back above $5, back above the VWAP, 520. It might move back up into another halt. The halt level is 540. So look for the break of the VWAP here. Sometimes the spreads are only like 5-6 cents, so it's a lot better to take a trade with Sontage than it would be with Huadi, where it's like, you know, dollar. So I've got into the break of the VWAP. I'm in at 28, so I want to see it above 30. The 45 is the halt level, so just be wary of that if you are trading it. 40, we did touch 41. I'm in at 30. Say it's extremely volatile, and when it's got range like this, you've got a 33-cent range, so you don't want to be putting a 20-cent stop in when it's got a 33-cent range, 33-cent average true range. So if you put a 20-cent stop in, the likelihood is you're going to get stopped out on every candle. So you need to factor that in. How much are you prepared to risk? I mean, 20 cents on a 5,000 share position is $1,000. Am I prepared to risk $1,000? Well, I hope I better get 2,000 out of it. And I get 2,000 out of it? Yeah, of course I can. 556 is the halt level to the upside now. I'm 5 cents off on the ask at the moment. Or 3 cents off on the ask. Caught between the spreads. I'm looking for the break of 540. So I can take some profit there. Put my stop at $5. I thought this might break out, but I've just put my stop at $5. So I'm risking 28 cents. Just a little bit less than the average true range. Now, some people say that you put your stop at like half of what the ATR is. Some people say a bit more risk in there. They might say put it at the ATR, or so 30 cents, or some people say 1.5 times ATR. It's personal preference. You decide what you want to do. If this breaks the $0.50, so 562 is the halt level up. If it breaks the $0.50, this could potentially go back up and test the highs of $6. It needs to get back up towards the $0.50. Just finding a little bit of resistance up at 540. Lots of buying the dip and selling high. Well, that's what you want to be doing. I mean, there are certain people who might be just, you know, the problem is if you're scalping it, you can't be doing that with, you know, a couple of cents move if you're racking up commissions with every transaction. I mean, there are certain people on that are on these free commission platforms that will be like, buy it 520, sell it 530, buy it 520, sell it 530, because they're not racking up any commissions, and that 10 cents makes a big difference. And yeah, the spreads are 5, 6 cents or whatever it is. So they're only actually making like 3 or 4 cents per transaction. So is it worth it? It is if you're not racking up any commissions. It's not if you are. The commissions will eat right into that kind of profit. I'm just sat here waiting for this to move, actually. Peekaboo, Peak Bio is also moving up as well. We're getting a bit coiling under 540. This could move up quick and then pull back quick. So this is something that you've got to be wary of. I'm just going to lock half of it in there. Just a couple of extra gains there. Why not? It's not breaking out as quickly as I hoped it would. So it's reaching the apex of this wedge. Flat top, ascending wedge. I'll move this up to $0.25 here. So if it pulls back, I'm losing 2 cents on this remaining half, plus any slippage. See, the slipper got quite a lot of slippage, so that pretty much wiped out the entire trade, scratch trade. I had, what, 25 bucks in there already, so that's a scratch trade. So that will probably be worth a bounce on the VWAP. VWAP bounce, let's have a look. Back in for 530, pretty much where I was at. We're going to get a VWAP bounce up towards 540. Or a sell-off. No VWAP bounce this time. I have this 5 minutes 5:38. Never actually got over that. I'm at 5:30 on the nose. 15 cents down, 20 cents down on the bid. Got 10 minutes left of this stream, and I'll be getting out if this breaks $5. I was looking for a VWAP bounce here, that's why I got in. But we didn't quite get it yet. Test the VWAP as a support. Well, the S&P 500 after that sell-off is rallying nicely, up at 377. I dare say a lot of the larger cap stocks will be rallying with it. So Amazon, etc., AMD. I really need a bio break. Oh, come on, guys. Market makers. Sontage needs to go up or back up to $6 right now. Big pump up. One of these big candles like this, all the way up into a halt. What's the halt level? 580. Well, all the way up to 580. Let's do it. You know you want to. Volume has just died out, you see. All this volume. When I got in here, so the reason I got in here was that I wanted the breakout, the increased volume. So I had two red candles and the volume, we had an increase in volume. I figured we're getting the breakout, but we didn't. Now it's just ranging and using the VWAP. 510. We're 10 cents down on this at the moment on the ask. But we've got the spreads to factor into that as well. So it's just looking rather weak right now. So I should just come out of this and cut my losses. It's looking quite weak. VWAP is 516 plus change. I was going to give it to $5, but I don't think I'm going to do that now. I'm just going to get out below 510, I think. Funko Pop's still making bank. I might take a position on Funko Pops after this trade. Look for an entry. It's up at $10 now. Bio, testing the VWAP again. Patience is a virtue, but sometimes it can be so frustrating. You just want to reach your stop or your exit level, or you reach your take profit level, and just waiting for it to do something can be so frustrating. I would get it. It broke below 510. So what I'm going to do right now is 4 minutes to the bottom. I'm dying to use the bathroom, so I'm going to end the stream for the week. And if you let's get back onto to this for those of you that don't know. So where's my OBS? Here it is. Okay, so those of you that don't know, this is my Linktree. Linktree, the TikTok trader. You find this in the find the link to this on TikTok in my profile. These links that are listed in the Linktree are in the description on YouTube. Day Trade with Tony is the course that I've put together for beginner traders, for people new to trade, want to learn to trade. Check it out. You can watch the first lesson for free on YouTube today, the introduction to trading. Go check that out if you like it. It's a very affordable course, and there's a lot of people that come onto this channel have already taken the course, and it's helped them immensely. Maybe not to reach profitability, that's down to the individual, but it's helped them immensely in terms of understanding the nuances of trading. So go check that out. It's less than 150 bucks a month. So, and you can cover the course off in less than a month. It's about 20 hours of lecture material there, so that's fine. I've been talking about Benzinga scanners. Go check it out. What I'll do is I'll show you my Benzinga scanners. This is my Benzinga scanners. This is what my desktop looks like when I'm finding. As you can see right here, I've got Peak Bio top mover on this scanner here. I've got Funko top mover on this scanner here. So different criteria. I've got Sontage, the top mover on this scanner here. So different criteria as to why it's hitting the scanners. I've got Peak Bio here as well, hitting highs, spiking up. So this is Benzinga. Check it out for free. It really is worth its weight in gold. So that's this link here, Benzinga. It's check it out for 14 days for free. If don't pay full price, use the code DTWT35 if you like it when you come to check out. TraderView trading journal. This is my TraderView trading journal right here. And reports. Let's have a look at reports. So detailed reports. I want to do a start date for November. Not ever since I started logging it. So before today, I was 6k up on November since Tuesday. So we got 7k up, so we're 10k on the week, but 11k on the week or whatever it is, 12. 6k up on. So we've recovered the drawdown. We're in a good place. Well, actually, we've not recovered the drawdown because we've just done. We're now 1,000 down today, but we'll cover that back in a minute after I've been to the bathroom. So October, early days yet. It's only day 4. So in terms of win-loss expectation, 68-31. So 68% of my trades go in my favor in November so far. Risk versus reward needs a bit of work. So yeah, absolutely. Drawdown, I was 500 away from it today, and I will get that. I'm not finishing until I've got that. So I'll be back slightly later. In the meantime, as I say, check out the links in the description or in my link tree, and I'm going to wrap this up so I can go to the bathroom. Take care, guys. Have a great weekend. I'll be back at it on Monday. 90 minutes before the market opens. Remember, the clocks go back in the US this weekend. Daylight saving is this weekend in the US. So the time in the UK will be 1 p.m. Same time in Dublin and Ireland. So it'll be 1 p.m. I'll be starting my live stream, live day trading every single day next week. It stays the same in the US. It's 8 a.m. and I'll see you there. So have a good weekend, guys. See you Monday. I really need the bathroom.